Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we will be going through the HTML basics, headings, and text formatting. Up first, what is HTML? So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which is simply just the standard language used to create and structure content on the web. It uses special tags to organize text, images, and links so that browsers know how to display them. HTML looks a little like this. HTML is mostly used to create websites, but you would also see it often anywhere where there needs to be a text, a link, or an image displayed. Now, imagine the project you are trying to create is a house. HTML is like the base, the foundation, the cement, the bricks that you would need to start up with the house. Then you would need some CSS, which is the styling, how you need the house to look aesthetically. Then you would also need some Java, which is interactivity between the user and the website. That would be just the electricity and the water supply of the house to make it functional. Now, let's get straight into today's subject. Up first, we have headings. Headings go from H1 to H6, from most important to least important. Now, how would we structure this phrase if we were to put it in our website as the heading? So the start would look a little like this. It would look like the less than and the more than sign. And in between, you would have H2 for heading 2 or heading 1, heading 3, heading 4, etc. And the end would look exactly the same, just that there would be a slash symbol indicating that this is the end of the structure of the phrase. So for the heading 1, it would look like this. Heading 2 would look like that. Heading 3, and so on and so forth. Most HTML elements use this structure, so it's very important to remember this all throughout your learning process for HTML. Now, if I were to write this into a compiler, I would get a little something like this. Go ahead and give it a try in the comments or in a compiler if you have one in your tabs. Now, we have paragraphs. Now, if you have a website that has a title, you would need a paragraph or something to describe. It's very much the same as the headings, just that the H2 through H6 would be replaced by P. If I were to write a little paragraph about how much I love turtles, I would write this code and I would wrap my text around the P, less than, and slash symbol. And it would give me something beautiful like this. Now, if you wanted to add something bold into your website, just to give some emphasis, you could use B or you could use strong. Now, as you're starting to use HTML, you can use any of those two, depending on which one you like to use better. I prefer to use the B as it saves time and it's easier to use. Now, if I wanted to say that YouTube is a great platform and give some emphasis on the fact that it's very great, because it is, I would just wrap the word great around the B. And if I were to write that HTML is very important to know, because it also is, I could wrap it around the strong. Now, don't forget to add the slash symbol, because that is what tells the computer that you are done. You're done sectioning the part that you needed to section off. Now, that would give me something like this. Now, italics. For italics, you could either use I or EM, and it is the same structure as the other two that we just learned. If I wanted to write that I loved pizza, I could wrap the love around I and not forget the slash symbol to finish off my sentence. And if I wanted to write that this video is amazing, because it is amazing for beginners, you could wrap it around the EM. And that would give you something like this. Now, if you needed to underline something to really show how important it was, you could use the U. Now, compared to the other things we've learned, this one is the only one that you could use, which is U. And it also has the same structure as the other ones. For example, a sentence that goes along the way as global warming is very important and you really wanted to put some emphasis on the fact that it's important because it is, you could just wrap it around you. And then you would get something like global warming is very important, with a little emphasis on the fact that it's very important. Now, here's a mini quiz for the end of this video. And if you made it this far, I'm very proud of you. So write the code for this page. If you were to code a page like this with the heading, keep that in mind in a little paragraph, and some words that are in bold, italics, and underline. How would you write it? Write your code in the comments, and you can pause this video and write it down. And when you unpause it, I will give the answer right here. Don't be shy to go back in the video and look at how these different things are written. And remember, practice makes perfect. So after this video is over, continue to look for other things to practice with. So if you made it this far, here is what the code should look like. Very simple. Just very, very simple. You have everything that you see here. The heading, H1. If you have that, you're correct. And then you start your paragraph with P, end it with B. The bold, wrapped it around B. It could have been strong, whichever one you decided to use. And then italics, wrapped around I. It could have been EM, whichever one you choose. And then underline, you only had one option, which was the U. Now, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in a day or so with another HTML video. Goodbye.